All right, so today, ladies and gentlemen, here on Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show, we have the activities coordinator of Black Cap. Katanya is here with us today, and we are here live in Niagara Falls, Falls View, at the Sheridan for Trans Remembrance Day. And she is going to explain to us what it is that Black Cap does and what is their mission now. What is it that Black Cap needs now?
We need more people to have access to healthcare. Because right now, healthcare is one of the most important things for our trans community. Even for myself, my doctor, I have to find a new family doctor because he has now taken on another study and taken on and seeing people that are more living positive with HIV, and then where does that leave a person like me for trans care? So now is now access to healthcare. We still have a lot of barriers that we need to face, and what we're doing at Black Cap is that we're trying to connect those who need care to doctors, and he was one of them. But however, we have to connect them with doctors, make sure they're getting their hormones, make sure they're transitioning beautifully, especially with mental health. That is another aspect that is going on with them as well.
Okay. Now, what is it that what are you seeing now? The influx of immigrants coming into the country. Has it had any impact on Black Cap? Are you seeing more people showing up at your door?
Yes, for me, I'm the intake coordinator and trans program lead. And as the intake coordinator, there are a lot. Right now, we have approximately 350 people more waiting on the waiting list, and the influx is great. And we need more because we're a nonprofit organization. We need more organizations to come and partner and help with this because it's a lot. And me have to be doing or conducting, I should say myself, along with my directors, have to be conducting mass intakes to get that done so people can be a part and be a client of Black Cap, and also making sure that they are getting the support where they need it. If we can't help them, well, of course, we actually refer them out to other agencies.
Okay. Now, we know food insecurities is a big thing, and housing is a big thing now for everyone. So, what is Black Cap doing first about the upcoming holidays that are coming that are going to be the most crucial time for families, friends, and a lot of the immigrants and, Canadians are going to be, without food or without housing. What is it that Black Cat plans on doing about the food insecurities?
The food insecurities right now, we have something called an emergency funding. So for those that are chronically ill and don't have food or suffering from food scarcity, we issue emergency fund them so they can get some food. We also refer them out to food banks. We also host at our drop-ins every month. We make sure that instead of ordering pizza and all these things, we give them a proper home-cooked food, whether it be Caribbean food, whether it be African food. It's something of substance because we may not know who's coming that haven't had a meal. And what is coming to a drop-in session where it's an educational workshop. Maybe we're talking about healthcare, maybe we're talking about immigration, maybe we're talking about harm reduction, and giving them pizza in Kentucky. Now we give them hardcore cooked food, and that is something that I think that is they're appreciated a lot. We give them something what we call a hot meal because we don't know if when last did they had a hot meal, because they're not going to come and tell us, because we as Black people, we have pride in ourselves. Yeah.
Now, as you know, in the last year, there has been a lot of issues around homelessness. And of course, with people now sleeping on the street and the influx of immigrants into the country, where do the new trans women that are now or who identify as non-binary or trans are sleeping on the streets of Toronto, where do they go? How do you help them?
We help them getting them into shelters that are readily available. I mean, we're an organization, there's only so much we can do, because what happens is that we need more hands, we need more partners coming and say, okay, let's see what we can do. So we can only do so much for them person, but we will always try to find another alternative for them. I remember some time ago, I think it was last year, we just had them put up in a hotel or whatever the case may be to get them off the streets. But I mean, it takes a village, and we're only one part of the village. So I'm asking other community members to come on board, help us with the situation. I mean, I know that when you take a village to raise a child, there's so much that you can do, because if it's left to one person, there's only a limited amount that that person can do.
Wonderful. Now, in closing, let's talk a little bit about the Trans Remembrance Day conference. What should we expect?
Okay, what should we expect? Well, when I came up with this idea, my team, Nick, Keisha, and myself, we were going to do it for one day, but we said, you know what, let's go to Niagara Falls for 3 days, because we just don't want it to be, I find that coming up to Trans Day Remembrance, we spent it in solemn, like we just light candles and we mourn. I want it to be more, take them out of the city, take them somewhere they can relax and enjoy. There, right now, we're at the Sheraton Falls View Hotel. We just had a wonderful meal. And for the conference, you're going to expect to have speeches on mental health, which is affecting us, access to trans care and health care. We're going to have people come in and talk about different aspects of the mental health awareness, and we have invited other partners to come in and talk about that. And the theme of the conference is My Body, Not an Apology, because we came up with that because, you know what, it's my body. Why should I apologize to anyone for how I look? If I am fat, I'm fat. If I'm thin, I'm thin. And I think the body shaming, it needs to stop. If I choose to transition, if I choose to detransition, it has nothing to do with you. My body should not be an apology to anyone. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I want to just say thank you and good luck on the conference tomorrow.
Thank you.